Hello, this is Joel A. Erickson, Colts insider for the Indy Star. This is our Colts YouTube page. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more information. Videos coming out from the Colts all the time. Our podcast is on here. Just a lot of different ways to experience Colts content as they get into this 5-1 season where they've looked better than anybody expected. The Colts today signed Brett Rypien to the practice squad. Rypien is a veteran. He played for several years with Denver. He's kind of bounced around the league since then. He's the best they could get. There's not really another way to say it. He's got some experience to him, which helps. But I don't really know in the wake of this signing who the backup is for at least the next 4 weeks between Rypien and Riley Leonard. Look, Rypien's on the practice squad. That doesn't necessarily mean anything. The Colts could just be using that roster move now and then try to move somebody else to the practice squad at the end of the week. We'll find out how that goes. They haven't seen Rypien yet. But I really don't know who the backup is. I don't know if it would be Riley Leonard this week because he knows the offense. Will Rypien be able to do anything in 3 days? We've seen other quarterbacks do that in the past. But you've got Riley Leonard there. He's a guy who's been in the offense at least, although he hasn't really been playing in the offense for the last 6 weeks. He's running the scout team. He's in the meetings. He's learning all the offense. He's learning from Daniel Jones, how Daniel Jones prepares for games. He's still not running the offense. It's just not part of the development. Usually for the number 3 quarterback, your development is on the scout team. The reason I don't know if Rypien becomes the backup is just because, like I said, Rypien's been bouncing around. He hasn't really played since 2023. When he did play, he's got 4 career touchdowns and 9 career interceptions. He's not necessarily a guy that it really inspires a lot of faith if something happens to Daniel Jones. I will say this. I think despite the fact that Daniel Jones has never completed a full season in the NFL, and we can knock on wood, but when we say that, I do think that there's a little bit less chance of him to get injured this year, which I might regret saying that in a week or 2 or who knows how many. But they're just not running him as much as the Giants did. The Giants treated Daniel Jones as a run-first quarterback, a guy that you had to get designed runs for. You didn't do anything else. Passing seemed almost like an afterthought at times when he was in New York. The Colts have not done that with him. They haven't asked him to be a designed runner. He's only really done it once or twice outside of quarterback sneaks, which are a different, kind of entity entirely. They have him playing as a pocket passer, and when he's run, it's been as a scrambler, and it's just keeping hits off of him. He's only been sacked 5 times. It's the fewest in the entire NFL for any team. I think he's been hit fewer than any other quarterback who's played all 6 games. He just several games with 5, 6, 3 quarterback hits, numbers like that. And then he's not when he scrambles, he doesn't really slide, but he's not scrambling enough to get hit a lot. So that probably helps. I think there's a chance that Daniel Jones, this might be the way he's playing. It might be the first time he can get 17 games. The flip side of that, and the reason I kept hedging my bets and talking about jinxes and everything like that at the beginning of this, or when I started this part of the conversation, is that all it takes is one hit. These are big guys, powerful guys. Foot steps wrong, something happens. You saw it with Spencer Schrader. He got hit at the wrong time and had an injury. So you never know. And if Jones goes out, this is a 5-1 Colts team. It's going to be really tough for them. It's going to be really tough for them if it's Riley Leonard, if it's Brett Rypien. The way Jones has been playing is hard to replicate. It's hard to replicate what he does pre-snap. It's hard to replicate what he does after the snap. The thing about this is I think they were in this position already. We've all kind of been trying to wrap our head around the fact that Daniel Jones is playing really, really well, better than basically anybody expected. If you weren't a Daniel Jones fan before this, and a very serious fan, I don't think you saw this coming. But the way he's playing, even when Anthony Richardson was healthy, before he had the incident with the resistance band this week, I think that there's probably a drop-off. There's probably a drop-off for that team if Daniel Jones plays because they can't run the same offense. Anthony Richardson is going to have to do more of the designed run stuff. It's going to have to be a simplified passing game. They wouldn't be able to do the stuff that Jones is doing. And so realistically, as much as this injury is bad for Richardson, and it puts you in a more precarious position because they have won games with Richardson in the past. That's the one thing that they have with Richardson over the other guys. The reality is Daniel Jones has to stay healthy for this Colts team to stay on the trajectory it's on. For the Indy Star, I'm Joel A. Erickson. This is our YouTube channel. Like I said, please like and subscribe. All kinds of videos here for you guys to look at.